Well, hello. Happy Sunday. How are we all? I hope you're well. Nice to see you all again, even though I can't see you. But there we go. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Quick update. The Jelly Set Kid 3, Arrival on the River, not Arrival, a rival. See what I did there? Yeah. Is back from the proofreader, and so therefore ready to go. I have the whole trilogy written, edited. I just need to sort out the marketing and the book cover, and then it can come into your can be delivered into your wonderful hands. So how's that? So that's good news. Also, a very quick update. I don't want to cover it. We went over it the other week, but the with the plotting and pantsing, when I was talking about, as you know, I often fly by the seat of my pants. I just know sections and I jump from here to here, not really knowing in between. Well, in Long Time Dead, as I said before, I've been experimenting and I've got a really long stretch at the moment where I just know everything that's happening all the way through for a large chunk, and the words are tumbling out. So, just to reiterate to you, plotting is definitely the better and certainly the faster option, because once you know what you're writing, just to use the analogy, it's just like playing dot to dot, because I know where I'm going the whole time. And those pauses when you're trying to think what you're doing next can be quite long, especially if it could impact the story beforehand. Is that the right thing to do or not? So that's just a quick update on this. So this is my third attempt at this video because I keep going on and on and on. So I'm really trying to shorten this down for you. So today we're going to be talking about editing. Okay, so we've looked at the chapters and the different things. So my top tip is get a editor and a proofreader, or at least certainly an editor. And editors do proofreading as well, but if you can, get the whole shebang: the proofreader, structural editor, the whole lot. Now they can cost up to £2,000 for professional. They don't all charge that. You're very lucky. You can get some freelance professionals who charge a lot lower. It's worth looking about. Another stage, I'll give you some recommendations for websites, etc. Then, of course, we haven't all got the money. If you really haven't got the money at all, but you're still looking to want to be commercially successful with your writing, or at least get it to as professional standards as possible, there are some alternatives. Now, the first, of course, is your friends and family. And yes, that can be a great route if you really can't afford an editor. I'd always go for the editor, even if it's later down the road. Well worth their weight in gold. But yes, you can. But I think what I would say to you is try and get people who will either be impartial, so you don't know them that well, but they're quite sincere. They're just generally interested in critiquing a book, or reading a book and giving feedback, or people that you know and trust. Now, listen to what I say. When I say trust, I mean trust you to give an honest opinion, not trust you to give a good opinion. It's not, hi, you're wonderful, you're fantastic, even if you are. What you want is someone to speak to you objectively about your work. Okay, you've already hit the achievement, you finished it. Okay, a lot of people start and don't finish, as I said before. Congratulations. So what you're looking for, so an example might be, okay, yeah, really enjoyed it, wow, beginning I can't believe you've written it, whatever. In the middle it just got boring. I just started to fall asleep. And to be honest, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't have finished it. So I persevered, and the end was brilliant. Really picked up. Yeah, I'm glad I did get through it. Yeah, really good. Really enjoyed it. Oh, okay. And someone else might say to you, yeah, it's okay. I quite enjoyed it. Middle was a bit dull, but yeah, it's all right. Yeah, someone else might say, yeah, great book. Not sure about the middle, or I stopped reading it halfway through. Okay, so you can see that pattern. That is worth its weight in gold. Okay, this sort of feedback, and it can be hard to take. The amount of people I've seen kind of go away angry, and I'm even guilty of it myself. Some people said, oh, this is oh yeah, you go away a few days later, you calm down, like, they're right, they're absolutely correct. So this is what you're looking for: an honest opinion. Don't if everyone's just telling you you're 10 out of 10, you're amazing, etc., then yes. And worse than that, You know, what you really don't want is people just being overly negative because they're jealous or whatever of what you're doing. You know, as Arnold Schwarzenegger says, ignore the naysayers, and that's absolutely correct. And I'd even say why you've even got those people in your life. So that's that. If you are going to edit it yourself, then please, I'd perhaps do 2 or 3 edits. So 3 edits really. If you're going to do it yourself, you really need to go through it. It's always good if you can to leave it alone for a while and then come back to, just kind of forget the story, perhaps work on something else, and then you go back completely refreshed. Your mind's refreshed, fresh pair of eyes. That's always a top tip if you're editing yourself. And finally, I'm going to say along the lines of, oh, come on, what was I going to say? Trust your reader. That's it. So I want to get this wrapped up so we don't get on to 10 minutes, but trust your reader. So what I mean by that is when you're writing, you can be too specific and treat your reader like they're stupid. A good example would be, I woke up in the morning, looked out the window, and there was a white blanket all over the land because it had snowed. You know, yes, they're not going to think, you know, a million birds have just flown over and crapped all over the land, are they? You know, they know it's snow. Yeah. I wrote a sentence the other day I was going to share with you. I can't remember what the word was, but it was like, he laughed a sardonic laugh. I don't think it wasn't sardonic. He laughed to something laugh, and I was like, what else would he laugh? You know, he wouldn't laugh at a scenic view of the Himalayan mountains, would he? You know, I mean, what's that? That was a rubbish joke, wasn't it? Never mind. But do you get me? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, you've got to kind of look out for those little bits where you're patronising the reader. You know, so the snow analogy, you know, you looked out and the world was blanketed in white. You know, you say, oh, we went downstairs, threw on his clothes, perhaps he was a kid, so we raced downstairs, threw on his clothes, wolfed down some breakfast, and immediately jumped and started crunching his footprints in the fresh snow, you know. But you don't even have to mention snow at all, you know, as long as it's obvious. So try and stand back and look at that big picture there. So I hope you enjoyed the top tips for this week, and I really look forward to seeing you again next week. And yeah, okay, people, what should I say this time? What I used to say, keep thinking, well, obviously keep thinking, keep breathing as well, you know, keep living, keep dreaming, keep writing. Anyway, take care, folks. Bye-bye.